500 East Main Street, Washington. I'm going to update the PDF for Andy Miller for going to be an attachment to the email. Andy Miller .co Benton, Washington, U.S. So it'll be a hyperlink connected to Andy Miller CO Ben Washington since it's well updated. Phone record here. And here's your portfolio. See, SOS.WA has ebooks and it's updated every year. Increments on the Washington Department of Motor Vehicles. First name, last name on the reinstatement requirements for the Department of Licensing. And it was issued out on a letter. There was steps of reinstating your license and reinstatement driver privileges. There's a CDL, there's a increments on the military staff overseas, and also the equipment operated on OSHA. There's an Appendix B that on the criteria of your, and there's Appendix B under the State Sentence Commission Guidelines Manual. State of California, they strike you out in California and you get your driver's license here in Washington State. But as long as you have a clean record here in Washington State, they let you build a credit. But the bank and assessments, since you have a birth certificate in the Washington State residency of residential increments you have for your reinstatements. There's a increased penalties for computers and assessments for downloading assessments, and you got to pay for Department of Motor Vehicles expenditures. You have to pay for your restitution, your hearing, and there's a appendix that got to follow by B. It's a document contains principal statutory provisions governing sentencing and commissions. It's online, and it's also on the subchapters that they introduce you on your signatures on your affidavits that you fill out on your insurance policy and also on your Department of Motor Vehicles. There's a record on review, a notice of appeal filled on district court pursuits and subsections A and B. The clerk shall certify the court of appeals that the portion of the record of the case, like 210 West Broadway, Risville, Washington, zip code 99169, PO Box 187, 210 West Broadway, Risville, Washington 99169, and also Prosecutor's Office, Highway 26, RDO, John Deere, first. Says the portion that's recorded the case of the designed and permitted either of the two parties, co-defendant, defendant, and judges, and also a patent counsel and also advocacy panel. The presentation report and information submitted during the sentencing proceedings. Considerations upon review since the guidelines and statute of limitations expired. Look at this. Record of review. Notice of appeal filled in district court pursuit in subsection A or B. The clerk shall certify the Court of Appeals of the position of record that the case is designed pursuant either of the two parties. Presence report information submitted during subsection proceedings. And number E, consideration upon review of the record, a court of appeals shall determine whether sentence number 1 was imposed in violation of law. No, there was no pause in law. It was imposed as a result in incorrect application of sentence guidelines. Number 3, outside applicable guidelines range, and district court failed to provide the written statement for reason requirement of section 3553C. That would be I-90, 10 meters left and right with a Bluetooth, with Washington State Patrol Unit dispatched to the Sheriff's Office 220 West Broadway, and also dispatched at Sheriff's Office here in Othello RDO John Deere implement. That is a clerk, that's a dispatch clerk, and that plea, and that's the record on review. The notice of appeal filled district court pursuit in subsection A and B. Clerk shall certify the Court of Appeals. The sentence departs in applicable guidelines of range based on factor. nothing but the truth. Does the advance objective set forth in section 3553A2 or number I for I? Now this is double I. The notice your two eyeballs, your pupils, and also your dilation there. It is no authorized under action 3553B. Triple I. Notice to justify the fact of the case. Now, it is justified by the facts of the case. Or C. The sentence departs unreasonable degree for applicable guidelines range, having regard the factors to be considered in the exposing sentence set forth in section 3553A of the title that set reasons, which would be on Front Street on 1400 Main Street, Othello, Washington Basin Insurance Company, Bowman Alley, and Cimaron 5, and also 105 East Hamlet, the mayor's office, and also the Aquatic Center, and also Lions Park Administration Office for the tent, and also Chambers Common, the seat, all of these chairs that resides here from Spokane, Washington, and U-Haul, transported from the law firm, and citation was issued out to him, and it was in his building. Here you go. Was imposed of an offenses at which there is applicable sentence guidelines plainly unreasonable. The court of appeal shall due regard opportunity to district court to the judge's credibility of the witness and shall accept findings in the fact of district court unless clearly enormous and accepted respect determination under subsection 3A, 3B shall be determined district court upon. That would be McDonald's and give you $100 in cash, give me $99 back. I'll give you a swipe and a quarter of 8 cents tax. With respect to determination under subsection 303B, court appeals are reviewed to novo, district court applicable guidelines and the facts. Number F, decision of disposition. The Court of Appeal determines that the sentence number 1, the sentence of imposed violation of the law of imposed result incorrect application on the sentence guidelines, the court remand the case for further sentence proceeding with such instructions court considering inappropriate. Number 2, sentence outside applicable guidelines range the district court failed to provide the required statement of reasons under judgment and commitment, and the departure has based on an impermissible factor, unreasonable degree, the sentence opposed offense of which of the applicable guidelines, and plainful, unreasonable, and Andy Miller Andy Miller, you go online, you see this online. Very impressive, it's connected. This sentence is remand let's go number A. Number A, determining the sentence upon high appeal with a field subsection. Shall set aside sentence remand to say further sentence proceedings with such instruction court consideration appropriate subject subsection G. B, determine the sentence to low and appeal as filed under subsection B. It shall be a side sentence remand in case and further sentence proceeding with such instructions as the court considers appropriate subsection G. 3, the sentence that described paragraph 1 on 2 shall affirm the sentence. Number G, sentence upon remand, the circuit court which the case remand pursues subsection F and 1 and F and 2 shall resistant defend in accordance with this decision and section 3553, in which instructions may have been given the Court of Appeals except. Those stitches were removed in Andy Miller's office and also the coroner's office. I was removing the stitches in the coroner's office from Othello Hospital. Those stitches were put on. So the remand, let's go A and B. Specify firmly, include written statement of reasons required section 3553C, the connection with provision sentence defendant prior to the appeal. And that be the mayor of Pasco. I went straight to Seattle with the mayor of Pasco. I'm sewing up my John Deere jacket and went straight to Seattle from there. Had a basketball, so I took the basketball into the police in the police locker room, the police basketball court, and also the mayor of Pasco. So we're going to go B and number I, number J, number B, number J, back to number 2, and then we're going to open up and peel up the sod, pull the sod off. Andy Miller's going to pull the sod off. Andy Miller's going to lay the sod on the funeral home at 14 West Union, Kennewick, Washington, 99336. And then we're gonna lay the cremator, turn the cremator on, and Anna Mueller's gonna lay some sod with me on the Muellers from Jay Mueller, also Kurt, Kevin, and also Blaze, Amy Miller. It's Amy Trigger, Jason Trigger, but it's Amy Mueller. And we're gonna lay down all this jurisdiction that was laid on the funeral home and all the expansions and expand out on the hubs. So this is gonna be A, B, B, I, J, A, B, C, and all the hydro C, and then also sod laid at Gaza University. So we're gonna go applicable of sentence of magistrate. Magistrate is appeal overview of final sentence imposed by United States magistrate taken judge of district court of the section shall apply for requires approval of attorney general, solitary journal of the case of government appeal. As to the appeal where the court appeals from a sentence imposed at district court. Guideline I. Guideline is expressed as range. For a purpose section, term guideline range include guidelines range from the same upper and lower limits. Number J, definitions. For purposes of the section, number 1, after it is permissible ground of departure. And number A, advance is objected for section 3553A2 and B, authorized under section 3553B and C, justified by the facts of the case. And number 2, factor in principle with ground of departure of in principle factor within meaning of subsection J1. That'd be chapter 58, United States Sentencing Commission, United States Sentencing Commission established and purpose term of the office, the 992 term of office compensation, 993 powers of duties of chairman, 994 duties of commission, 995 powers of commission, 996 director and staff, 997 annual report, 998 definitions. United States Commission established this purpose, their established independent commission and judicial branch of the United States. And therefore, United States Sentencing Commission, which shall consent of 7 voting members of the non-voting members, the president of the consultant of the representatives of the judges, prosecuting attorney, defense's attorney, law enforcement officials, senior citizens, victims of the crimes and other interests of criminal justice process, and shall appoint voting members of commissions, that be jury. The commissions by which the advice and consent of the Senate of whom they shall require the advice and consent of the Senate, chair of whom they shall design president of vice chairs. At least 3 of the members of the federal judges selected after considering list of 6 judges remained the president of the Judicial Commission of the United States, and 4 of the members of the commission shall be a member of the state political party. And there are 3 chairs that more than 2 shall be members of the same political party. The attorney general discreet shall ex officio non-voting members of the commission. The chair, vice president, and all vice and members of the commission shall subject to removal from the commission president or neglect the duty amount, finish of office and other good causes shown forth, etc. The purpose of the United States Sentencing Commission. Number 1, sentence and prior practice federal criminal justice that A, sure meeting purposes of sentence forth in section 3553A2 of Title 18 United States Code. Number B, provide certain fairness in meeting the purpose instead of avoiding unwarranted. No warrants, no issue warrants, not outstanding warrants, no outstanding in commission warrants, not fleeing justice, no immigrants, no prohibition, habitual drug addicts, no habitual drug activities, and also criminal activities or moving around or moving accessories of misusing instruments or pens or misusing forging and fraudulent transactions or misrepresenting and councilman misleading witnesses, misleading juries, misleading citizens of the public, misleading officials, misleading senior citizens, misleading victims of crime, misleading interests of criminal justice process, misleading judges, superior judges, affidavits, and future judges and attorney lawyers and administrative law. Reflecting the principles and advances knowledge, human behavior as it first name, last names in books. You go, God, dig upstairs, name has name and first name on everything.